think the scariest thing to hear underwater would probably be someone saying hello very fluently. I'd probably drown from fear. I'm your host Youssef, and these are 10 scary sounds found underwater that are still a mystery to this day. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Anyways, let's listen closely. Number 10, upsweep. Upsweep is an unidentified sound detected on the American NOAA's Equatorial Autonomous Hydrophone Arrays. This sound was present when the Pacific Marine Environmental Laboratory began recording its sound surveillance system, SOSUS, in August 1991. It consists of a long train of narrow-band upsweeping sounds of several seconds in duration each. The source level is high enough to be recorded throughout the Pacific. The sound appears to be seasonal, generally reaching peaks in spring and autumn, but it is unclear whether this is due to the changes in the source or seasonal changes in the propagation environment. The source can be roughly located at 54 degrees south, 140 degrees west, between New Zealand and South America. Scientists and researchers of NOAA speculate the sound to be underwater volcanic activity, but nobody knows for sure. Number 9, whistle. This sound, dubbed the whistle, was recorded by the Eastern Pacific Autonomous Hydrophone deployed at 8 degrees north, 110 degrees west on July 7, 1997 at 7:30 GMT. According to NOAA, the whistle is similar to volcanogenic sounds previously recorded in the Mariana Volcanic Arc of the Pacific Ocean. NOAA also stated that locating the source of an event requires at least 3 recording instruments, and since whistle was only recorded on the NW hydrophone, the sound could have traveled a great distance from its source volcano before detection. Number 8, bloop. Bloop is the name given to an ultra-low frequency and extremely powerful underwater sound detected by the US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in 1997. The sound is consistent with the noises generated by ice quakes in large icebergs or large icebergs scraping the ocean floor. The sound source was roughly triangulated to a remote point in the South Pacific Ocean west of the southern tip of South America, and the sound was detected several times by the Equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array. Julia is a sound recorded on March 1st, 1999 by the US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. NOAA said the source of this sound was most likely a large iceberg that had run aground off Antarctica. It was loud enough to be heard over the entire Equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array, with a duration of about 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Due to the uncertainty of the arrival azimuth, the point of origin could only be narrowed to between Bransfield Straits and Cape Adare. Number 6, slowdown. Slowdown is a sound recorded on May 19, 1997. The name was given because the sound slowly decreases in frequency over about 7 minutes. It was recorded using the same hydrophone array as the previous ones. The sound has been picked up several times each year since 1997. One of the hypotheses on the origin of the sound is moving ice in Antarctica. Sound spectrograms of vibrations caused by friction closely resemble the spectrogram of the slowdown. This suggests the source of the sound could have been caused by the friction of a large ice sheet moving over land. Number 5, train. The train is the name given to a sound recorded on March 5th, 1997. The sound rises to a quasi-steady frequency. According to the NOAA, the origin of the sound is most likely generated by a very large iceberg grounded in the Ross Sea near Cape Adare. Number 4, bioduck. Bioduck is a sound recorded in the Southern Ocean, specifically in Antarctic waters and the west coast of Australia. It was first reported in 1960 by submarine personnel, who gave the sound its name, associating it with that of a duck. Once dubbed as the largest still unresolved mysteries of the Southern Ocean, the origin of the sound remained a mystery for decades until 2014, when it was concluded that the sound originated from Antarctic minke whales. The recorded sound has a frequency range between 60 Hz and 100 Hz, harmonics up to 1 kHz, and an interval of 1.6 to 3.1 seconds between each sound. The sound is mainly present during austral winter in the Southern Ocean, detected off Western Australia and the Antarctic waters. The sound is made near the surface predominantly before feeding dives. Although the role of the sound remains a mystery, it is suggested that it could play a role in mating. Number 3, the ping. Fury and Hecla Strait is the site of an unexplained phenomenon called the ping, alternatively described as a hum or beep, heard throughout summer 2016. It was heard by various residents of the town of Igloolik, and local hunters blamed it for a comparative scarcity of marine game animals that year. Canadian military authorities performed an airborne survey of the area but reported nothing unusual, nor did they have any knowledge of Allied or foreign submarine activity in the area. Number 2. Forest Grove Sound. The Forest Grove Sound was an unexplained noise, described by the Oregonian as a mechanical scream, heard in Forest Grove, Oregon in February 2016. In February 2016, a high-pitched noise was heard intermittently at night in Forest Grove, Oregon. The Department of Forestry determined that their equipment was not the cause of the sound. The news about the noise was first shared with Dave Nemeyer by a Forest Grove resident, who posted a video of it on the city's Facebook page. The Washington Post described the noise as sounding like a giant flute played off pitch, car brakes, or a steam whistle. NBC News described it as akin to a bad one-note violin solo broadcast over a microphone with non-stop feedback. It reportedly lasted from 10 seconds to several minutes at a time. The fire department of Forest Grove did not consider the sound to be a safety risk. The noise occurred near Gales Creek Road. Number 1. The Moodus Noises. Moodus is infamous in Connecticut for strange noises coming from the woods, which have been termed Moodus Noises, and are attributed to shallow micro-earthquakes. The noises can be heard most strongly from Cave Hill, located next to Mount Tom and owned by the Cave Hill Resort. In the book Legendary Connecticut, author David Phillips asserts that the Moodus Noises were the source of an indigenous religious cult important to local Native Americans. Local Algonquin chiefs would gather around Mount Tom in order to experience the living presence of the god Hobomok. Pequot Mohegan and Narragansett tribes participated with this cult, and according to local Allison Guinness, the Wongums were involved as well. Hobomok was considered the spirit of the passing, and worshipped by the tribe that inhabited the area. The Puritans that came to inhabit the area considered him evil. However, to the native people, he was more like a Zeus or a Hades, a god that can do bad or good, depending on what mood he was in. Thanks for watching. Those were 10 scary sounds found underwater that are still a mystery to this day. Leave a like and comment if you think we missed anything, and we hope you have a scary day.